WiseGuyBets here today with some picks from Major League Baseball, DFS main slate on DraftKings, 15 games. Today is 6/8/2021. Let's get right into it and look at the pitcher position. At pitcher, we're looking at Chris Bassett for Oakland. His projection for today is 16.5. He has 80 strikeouts on the season. He's averaging around 6.2 innings pitched. His last 3 games, he's pitched 8, 9, and 4. He only pitched 4 innings last game, so he should be fresh and ready to go. In the innings that he pitched, the 8 and 9, in the game that he pitched 8 and 9 innings, he had 30 and 46 fantasy points. His average fantasy points on the season is 20. He has a pretty good matchup tonight. He's in home against Arizona. The over-under on the runs is 8.5, and Mr. Bassett is someone I definitely want to get into my lineup tonight at pitcher. At the catcher position, we're going to look at Matt Stassi for the Los Angeles Angels. His projection for the night is 6. He's batting .318 on the season. His last 3 games, he's getting 5, and he probably didn't play this game in 4 at-bats. In the games that he got over 4 at-bats, he had 19 and 30 fantasy points. And I like the matchup he has tonight. We have a point spread over under of 8.5. I really like his salary, $2,600. I really think he will outperform his salary. So tonight at catcher, I'm looking to get Max Stassi in my lineup tonight at catcher. At first base, we're going to look at Jared Walsh. Mr. Walsh is projected to get 8 fantasy points tonight. He has 13 homers on the season. He's batting .298. Over his last 3 games, he's got 12, 9, and 8. Mr. Walsh is 3,700 on DraftKings. I see him as being a good value pick tonight in a game that can potentially be high scoring. Can see him getting 5 at-bats pretty easy at this. He can, I think he doubles his clip, his projection of 8 fantasy points in this game. He's playing very well. Over his last 5 games, he's gotten 14, 3, 12, 9, and 8 against Kansas City. Over his last 5, 2, 7, 2, 9, and 8. I think he easily gets to the 8. I think he gets on base a few times. He's batting in the 4th position. So Mr. Walsh is someone I want to get into my lineup tonight at the first base position. At second base tonight, I'm looking at Charlie Culberson for the Texas Rangers. His projection is only 6.3 for the night. His average is not good for the season, .230. He's only getting about 3 at-bats per game. Over his last 3, he's got 2, 3, and 8 fantasy points. What I like about Mr. Culberson, he's 5-10 against the San Francisco pitcher, and that's enough right there to make me take a strong look at him if he's playing. Again, he has great success against this pitcher. This pitcher knows he has great success against him. He's either going to challenge him or stay away from him. Either way, it works in our favor. If he challenges him he's got 4 singles, 1 double against the San Francisco pitcher. If he stays away from him, walks him, he gets on base, and he has a chance to score a run. So Mr. Culberson is someone I'm going to try to get into my lineups tonight at the second base position. Let's look at the third base position. At third base, we're looking at Guino Suarez for Cincinnati. His projection for the night is 8.8, 13 homers on the season, only batting .162. He's getting about 4 at-bats per game. His last 3 is 3, 16, and 9. He's 4,200 on for the night. The over/under in this game is 8.5. I like that. He can possibly get 5 at-bats if everything plays out okay. I also like that he's 5 for 13 against this pitcher, 3 singles, 2 home runs. Mr. Suarez is definitely someone I want to get into my lineups tonight at third base. I really like, out of his 5 hits against his pitcher, 2 of them are home runs. He has the pitcher's number. And again, you know my theory on this. If he challenges him, the pitcher's gonna get hurt. If he don't challenge him, our runner's gonna get on base, and when a runner gets on base, he has a chance to score. So Mr. Suarez is someone I definitely want to get into my lineup tonight at the third base position. Let's look at the shortstop position. At shortstop, we're going to go with our stud, Fernando Tatis Jr. for San Diego. His projection for the night is 9.7. He has 17 homers on the season. He's batting .283. He's getting about 4 at-bats per game. His last 3 games, fantasy points-wise, he's gotten 12, 4, and 0. So Mr. Tatis is coming off a 0. I love players coming off a 0. Someone like Mr. Tatis, who is just elite at what he does, I especially like him coming off a 0. The over-under and projection in this game is 8.5, so hopefully he can get 5 at-bats. And I'm pretty sure he will not disappoint tonight after coming off a bad game. So Fernando Tatis Jr. is someone we want to get into our lineups tonight at shortstop. In the outfield position, we may have our best pick for today. And I'm still a little hesitant about this pick. But we're looking at Jesse Winker from Cincinnati. His projection on the night is 8.7. He has 17 home runs on the season. He's batting .350. He's getting 4 at-bats per game. His last 3, he got, for fantasy points, he got 5, 7, and 50. He's coming off a 50 spot. That's the only reason I'm a little hesitant with him. But this stat right here, 8 for 13 against the Milwaukee pitcher, 3 singles, 5 home runs. He has 5 home runs against this pitcher. This pitcher is going to avoid him like the plague. He's going to pitch around him, but he's going to get him on base. And he can score, and if he does pitch to him, there's a very good chance he's going to get a hit. He's batting .615 against this pitcher. Jesse Winker is a lock in my lineups tonight. All lineups, cash and tournament. Coming off the 50 does worry me because usually when players come off a big game, they don't have as big of a game. But I'll take his 15 here. I'll take his 17 here. I'll take his 14 here. Whatever he gets is going to be over 8.7. So Mr. Winker is someone I want to get in my lineups tonight. He's batting leadoff position. He's hot, and against this pitcher, he's batting .615. That's all we need to know. We have to follow the numbers in baseball. We have to follow the numbers in baseball. We have to follow the numbers in baseball. He may go 0 for 4 tonight. Who knows? But still, the next time, if the numbers show that we should select this player, I'm going to select him. So Jesse Winker is someone I want to get into my lineup tonight in the outfield. Those are my picks for today. As usual, I'm using Draft Dashboard to get some quick analysis of players, just like we selected Mr. Winker. Now, I'll go look deeper at Mr. Winker and see how hard I want to go with him tonight. But Draft Dashboard is a good tool to help you get started with your analysis. So into the next picks. Peace.